She a SheEO. Yeah. Talk sweet, but she run the show. She a SheEO. She a SheEO.
Welcome to SheEO, Elevate and Execute. Today, I have the just honor of speaking with Latia. Now, she is an event coordinator, planner, extraordinaire, all of those things. Welcome, Latia.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, I'm happy to have you here. All right, so tell me, I know that your events are tailored events. Tell me how it started.
Yeah, so I got started doing event planning. I actually jumped into it in high school.
Okay.
It was my senior project. I wanted to be an event planner for the longest. I just had a passion for creating unique experiences. And I also had a passion for fashion. I wanted to be a fashion designer. Okay. So that's where the name actually comes from, tailored events, because I love to curate an experience that is very unique and creative to the person. So it's just really exciting. And I've loved it ever since then. And a couple years ago, I had started doing it for fun. And at that moment, I realized, wait, this is something a little bit more than, just a hobby.
Right.
It's a passion. And it just brought me back to, again, high school, where I had always loved designing, creating unique events as well as clothing. And I say, okay, I have to step back into this. This is where my passion is. This is my calling. So I got back into it and I've been doing it ever since.
Right. So do you think that your desire or your love for fashion helps you to do events?
Yes. So my passion for fashion comes from my love of art and history. And I think that gives me a very unique perspective in designing events and curating experiences. When you have some knowledge of textures, colors, shapes, that really helps you create very organic themes, very organic vibes and atmospheres that are unique to the person that you meet.
Okay. When I think of someone who does event planning, the first thing that pops into my mind, when I say pops, that's crazy because I'm balloons. That's the first thing that pops in my mind when I think of event planning or a special event. Do you, I know you talked about textures and fabrics and all of those things. Are balloons, do you see balloons like on the rise, or what do you think about balloon art? Because I see it everywhere. Whenever I see an event, all I have to do is see balloons and I'm sold.
Yes, and it's so funny that you asked me that. If you go and look at any of my work, I actually don't use balloons a lot.
Really?
So that's a really funny thing. Yes, I actually love creating with flowers, fabrics, and colors. And I love using different shades. I love using glass, different textures. So I really enjoy that way of expressing myself. I think that that's more of my unique, that's more of my unique style. But balloons in event planning are huge. Over the last few years, balloon artists have gotten so creative, and they're able to create such masterpieces in art using balloons. So yes, it's such a fantastic way to spice up your event and spruce it up. And I work with balloon artists a lot since it's not a specialty of mine, but I absolutely love it and it really makes an event pop. But like you said, but yeah, I enjoy using many other ways as well. Another passion of mine is floral arranging. So that's another way to bring in, different colors and textures to your event.
Okay. So do you do tailored events full time? How does that work with your family life? Do you have a family life?
Yes. So I actually have, I'm married and I have 2 children. So I do balance that with my business. And I'm also a multi-business owner. So I have other projects that I work on. And so the really unique thing with that is my relationship with God. That I believe is what allows me to have the balance that I'm able to multitask and do everything, in such a way that it flows, in such a way that I'm able to accomplish everything.
Okay. You mentioned your relationship with God. Do you have anything that you'd like to tell other women that you hold close to your heart? Maybe a scripture or a verse or something that helps you to manage being a wife, being a mother, being a business owner of multiple businesses? Is there something that you go to or use to keep you going and to keep that light?
Yes. So for me, I definitely enjoy having worship. I definitely love using worship music as a way to keep me centered. And also, I do think that having a prayer life is definitely helpful. Some people meditate and things like that. But I think something that slows you down and brings you back to your center is what helps you keep you on track.
Wow. Okay, that is great. That's
Yes.
great information because us as CEOs, bosses of our businesses,
Yeah.
sometimes it does get laborious. Sometimes we get
Yeah.
bogged down with just trying to understand how business works, how to apply ourselves, how to get the business that we need in order to thrive. Can you tell us about a tough time in business where you thought, well, maybe this isn't for me, or have you ever had that thought?
I think that we all have that thought pretty often in the beginning. I did, but what I did was I began to research in Jacksonville different resources that could help me out. For me, the toughest part was I did not have a traditional business knowledge of how business operated, of how financials operated, and how to even build a team and things of that nature. So what I did was I began to research how do you get a mentor? How do you where can I take courses? Should I enroll in school for business? And when I did that, I began to find a plethora of resources here in Jacksonville that helps out new business owners or even if you've been in business. So I was really fortunate to be able to participate in a lot of opportunities here that got me up and running. I was able to get mentorship. I was able to, and I'm a veteran as well, so a lot of opportunities opened up for me there to get a foundational knowledge. So it was great, just like we met in the SBA program.
Yes.
So that is something that helped me tremendously, and that initially was a stumbling block for me, was my lack of knowledge.
All right. Well, that's good information to know. You mentioned that you're a veteran. So when I think, what branch of the military are you from?
Yes, I served in the Army.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have a woman soldier. I guess you would say Army soldier. I don't know. But we do have a veterans, and that's so good for other women to see that we are we hold different hats. So you were
Right.
a veteran, you're a business owner, you're a mom, you're a wife, all of those things built into one person. And you
Yeah.
can have a job and you can learn different things from different backgrounds. How did the military help you? Or are there any lessons that you learned from the military that you apply to your life right now in business?
That's a really good question. And I think the main one that stands out, which would be pretty common, would be discipline. Getting up early, going to bed late. Those are things that you definitely do in the military. And I think that's something that I've carried with me that helped me in my career.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We all have different backgrounds, and we don't just start. Sometimes we don't. Some people do start out as a business owner or entrepreneur,
Yeah.
but most times we find our way.
Yeah.
We go through things and we work different jobs and we have different experiences that lead us to our ultimate passion. Just like you said that your passion was ever since high school. So we already know that after high school, you didn't just jump into this. You went to the military. You had other things that were that were happening in your life in between time.
Yeah.
It's good that you use discipline, because as a CEO, we have to have discipline. We have to be disciplined for ourselves because we're not clocking in for someone else.
Yeah.
What we're doing is we're managing our lives, we're managing our time, we're managing our finances ourselves. And you can have a job and be a CEO or a business owner. It's not saying that you can't, but definitely in your own business, you are the master. You are the person who decides if you can make money, when you're going to make that money, if you're going to be up late at night, if you're going to go to bed early. All of those things are decided by you as the business owner. So thank you so much for sharing that, and thank you for your service. We do appreciate you going out there as a woman and doing your thing. All right. So do you have anything that you want to share with other SheEOs about your business?
So I would say that with my business,
It's okay. You can take a moment to think. I know I
Yes.
caught you off guard with that
I
one.
know. I was like, but
let me explain.
okay.
So I want to know if someone wants to have an event, if someone is a business owner and they want something set up, are you the woman that they call?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. So with my business, what really sets us apart in the event planning industry is, like I said, my number one, my knowledge of
Textures and
yes, number one is
colors.
number one is my knowledge of event planning.
Uh-huh.
I've been studying this for a really long time, so I have a lot of skill
Okay.
in organization. And then number two is my creativity. So you're always gonna stand out when you work with me. You're gonna have something. You're gonna have an event that's not like anybody else's, and it's gonna be just like the name says, tailored to you and your needs. So I take every client individually as a person, and we build from there. I love to say that it's not just an event, it's an experience when you work with me. You don't just get a setup and that's it. We actually spend time talking about your vision and your goals and what you want to accomplish. And I think that's another unique thing with my military background that I have. I include strategy in a lot of the ways that I actually build your event out for you. So that's another thing that sets us apart.
And how did they reach you?
So they reach me on my website. It's eventstailored.com. And I'm also on social media under Tailored Events by Tia.
Okay. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. All right. So this portion of the show is sponsored by Honeybee's Boutique and Treats, which is my bakery. And what it is just a quick round. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to just answer the question really quick. I don't want you to think too long. I just want it to be something that you just answer. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So the first question is stripes or polka dots?
Stripes.
Stripes. Why
Yes.
stripes?
Stripes are so versatile. And I love to say that stripes are a solid.
Okay. Okay.
It gives you a pop.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I should have known that. The next question is, on vacations, do you choose hot summer day or do you choose cold winter night?
That's so easy. Hot summer day, Florida.
Okay. All right. So if you could choose a place, would you choose Japan or would you choose Asia?
Asia.
Asia. Why Asia?
Yes. The history and the art. Japan
knew it.
is really good, yes. But the history and the art, and they also have a huge fashion scene. So
All right.
yeah.
Last question. If you could choose a hairstyle, would you choose short and spunky or long and flowing?
Long and flowy.
Okay, long and flowy. I love long and flowy.
You love long and flowy?
I do.
Yeah.
So I see you brought a box. Tell me a little bit about it. You want to get it?
Yes. No, it's okay right there. So this is a birthday box. So it's one of the things that my company does to give back. The birthday box concept isn't new. There's several charities that's been doing that for years, but I wanted to put my own spin on it. And basically that is to support and provide children in foster care or group homes with be able to have birthday parties. It's just a small gesture that we do, but it really aligns with my background coming from foster care and group homes to be able to give back and provide just some type of, happiness or a smile to those people in those situations and those children in those situations. And we plan to organize events throughout the year as well to support foster families too.
Wow. So in that box, what do they receive?
So in the box, the group home coordinator or the event coordinator that works with that charity receives a happy birthday banner. They receive supplies to put up, cupcakes, decorate a cake or cupcakes. They will receive balloons and a balloon pump.
Okay.
Yes.
So they have just a whole little setups for a kid in foster care's birthday.
Because they usually celebrate them in groups. So we hope to be able to get to a point where we can do this monthly, give it out monthly. because they usually will celebrate a birthday in a group. So they'll celebrate a January
Right.
birthdays, February.
So it would have to be enough for how many ever kids that they have.
12. Yep. It would need to be enough for a year. So 12, we would need to give 12 boxes. So they would have a box for January, February, March, and so on.
And what if someone wants to donate or help you? How do they still contact you the same way?
Yes, they can contact me the same way, eventstailored.com. You can send a message through there, or you can reach out to me directly. I'm on social media personally, Latia, Latia, last name Yates, Yates. I'm on Instagram with that. And then also, I do have the email and all my information listed on both platforms.
Okay, well, thank you for giving back. I had never heard of a birthday in a box ever.
Wow.
So this is my first time hearing about it, and I love to partner with you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I would love to partner with you to make sure that this happens for those children.
Yes, and I am sure they would love to have some of your sweet treats. You have some great desserts.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Tia, thank you. Look, I called you Tia. I'm sure that is short for Latia.
Yeah.
I know.
That's okay.
All right, Latia, thank you for joining me today on SheEO, Elevate and Execute. I really enjoyed speaking with you. I pray that everything works in your business. I pray that you get more clients. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what God has for you in the future.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here, and thank you. And the things that we have coming up with the business, I'm so excited as well. So I can't wait to share that with you guys.
Yes, ma'am. I'll have you back soon.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So this concludes SheEO, Elevate and Execute. I'll see you next time.
She